This is one of the easiest LR set of this mock. Here we have a group of friends who went to a Discord. There are a few males and a few females in the group. The entry fee for a couple which always comprise a male and female, which means two male two males together cannot form a couple, and same goes with two females, was rupees 500. The entry fee of a girl was free if she was to go alone, whereas the entry fee for a single male was rupees 400. The group had two couples. People with boyfriends and girlfriends make entry together as a couple, whereas those not having a boyfriend or a girlfriend can form a couple with any available person. It is also known that boyfriends of Apara and Jyoti were members of the group, which means Apara and Jyoti are parts of the two couples which are there in the group. So Apara and Jyoti have their boyfriends in the group. Now coming to the next statement, Shisha formed a couple with either Emmy or Ansu. So coming to Sisa, she formed a group with Emmy or Ansu. No girl made a single entry, which means every girl went to Discord either with her boyfriend or with a person who was male. Tinu formed a couple with either Yeshu or Shiddu. Yeshu or Shiddu. Razu girlfriend was a member of the group, which means either Apara or Jyoti was the girlfriend of Razu. Nistu formed a couple with either Razu or Emmy. As we know that Razu had his girlfriend, so he would not have formed a group with Nistu. So Nistu must have formed a group with Emmy, and from here we can say that Shisha must have formed a group with Anshu. So that's all what we have here. Now coming to the questions. In first question, it is asking Nistu made a couple entry with. As we have already seen, Nistu made couple entry with Emmy. So option A is the correct answer. Now coming to the second question, here it is given that if Swapnil had a girlfriend who made single entry, as we know that Razzo had a girlfriend, now it is also given that Swapi had a girlfriend, which means Apara and Jyoti would have either Razzo or Swapnil as their respective boyfriends in any order. Now we are left with other males, and these males are Emmy, Swapi, Yeshu, Siddhu, Himlu, and Ansu, as we know that Emmy, Ansu have already formed group. So now we are left with Swapi, and we know that Swapi too had girlfriend. So we are left with now three males, and these males are Yesu, Sidhu, and Hemlu. We know that either Yeshu or Sidhu formed a group with Tinu, and as we have information about the boyfriends or those males who formed group with the five females in the group, from that information we can say that Hemlu must have not formed group with any of the females. So here we have to find who made single entry. So Hemlu must have made single entry, and out of Yeshu and Shiddu, only one person made a couple entry with Tinu. So out of these two, one must have made a single entry from, and this whole thing is given in option 4. Definitely Hemlu and either Yeshu or Shiddu. So option D is the correct answer. In next question, it is asking Shisha made a couple entry with, as we have already deduced this, that Shisha made couple entry with Ashu. So option C is the correct answer. Coming to the last question of this set, here it is given that if all the given restrictions are relaxed and the group wanted to minimize overall expenditure, then how many couples, single male and single girls, should have make entry respectively. Now we need to see at the cost factor. The entry fee for a couple was rupees 500, and entry there was no entry fee for a single girl, and entry fee for a male was 400. So if we want to, or they wanted to minimize their total expenditure, they should have gone separately, like no couple entry at all, as when two people united they had to pay 500. But if they would have gone separately, considering that these two people comprised one male and one female, total amount paid would have been only rupees 400, as entry of a girl was free. So there must not have been any couple, all other males or females separately. So option A has to be answer, as the group had 7 males and 5 females. So that's all about this set.